It's an open secret in the NASCAR community that Kyle Larson has become the sport's unofficial poster boy, embodying NASCAR's vision for its present and future. But during the final semifinal race in Martinsville, Larson failed to qualify for the Championship 4, but HMS still got one of their cars in the fight. But now fans are accusing NASCAR of helping HMS since Larson was not qualified. In the semifinal race at Martinsville, Kyle Larson's hopes of advancing to the Championship 4 came to an end, despite his strong season and the recognition he's earned as a key figure for NASCAR. Larson, who had entered the playoffs as one of the favorites, was unable to secure the points needed to advance, leaving Hendrick Motorsports, or HMS, with just one remaining shot at a Championship 4 spot: William Byron. As the race unfolded, it was Christopher Bell from Joe Gibbs Racing who initially claimed the final spot with a solid finish. But in a controversial turn, NASCAR penalized Bell for riding the wall during the final lap, a move deemed similar to Ross Chastain's infamous Hail Melon maneuver from 2022. Though Bell's contact with the wall didn't gain him any position or obvious advantage, NASCAR cited safety concerns and docked him points, thereby disqualifying his advancement to the Championship 4. This opened the door for Byron to secure the last spot, ensuring that HMS would still be represented in the final race at Phoenix. After the race, Christopher Bell was shocked by this decision as he did not gain any advantage by riding the wall. His crew chief, Adam Stevens, said, "If we are just talking about the decision, this situation is nothing like the situation of the one car. We attempted to make the corner, we passed the 23. We got into the marbles, he got into the fence after we passed the 23. We slowed down a full second from our previous lap. We weren't up there matting the gas and grabbing gears. It's just a different situation. It sucks that it's a judgment call and you can't appeal an in-race violation. But I just don't see anything that's even remotely close to what the one did that they outlawed." There's no doubt that this looks very biased towards HMS at the moment. NASCAR insider Austin Konsensky took to X to state what this looks like for NASCAR. "NASCAR looks very biased towards Chevrolet in this entire process. You can't penalize one side and not penalize the other. Whether it's 3 drivers in the championship or Kyle Larson added, I'm not sure how Chevrolet's race manipulation is ignored. Something needs to be done." The decision has sparked significant discussion among fans, with many questioning NASCAR's call to penalize Bell while allowing Byron to benefit from the ruling. For JGR, missing out on the Championship 4 is a major blow, especially since Bell had made a strategic play to secure his spot on the final lap. The controversy underscores the unpredictability of NASCAR's playoff system, where every maneuver can be scrutinized, and penalties have the potential to redefine championship hopes in an instant. For HMS and Chevrolet, Byron's advancement offers a lifeline to the season's finale, keeping the team's championship hopes alive after Larson's elimination. However, the circumstances of his qualification mean Byron enters the Championship 4 with additional scrutiny and pressure, as he now represents HMS's last opportunity to claim the title in 2024. The perception that NASCAR favors Hendrick Motorsports has been a long-standing point of debate among fans, drivers, and teams alike. HMS, one of the sport's most iconic and successful teams, has built a reputation for its dominant presence, with drivers like Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, and now Kyle Larson and William Byron achieving widespread success. However, recent decisions by NASCAR, such as the controversial penalty against Christopher Bell in the Martinsville semifinal race, have fueled this perception, particularly as it cleared the path for Byron and HMS to reach the Championship 4. One reason many feel NASCAR favors HMS is the commercial impact HMS brings to the sport. NASCAR, like any organization, depends heavily on viewer engagement, sponsorships, and strong brand representation, all of which HMS delivers in spades. HMS has cultivated a massive fan base and attracts premium sponsors, which in turn boosts NASCAR's visibility and financial health. With Larson, Byron, and their other drivers consistently in the spotlight, NASCAR benefits from a heightened level of fan engagement when HMS is in the championship hunt, making their presence in the playoffs highly valuable. The influence of HMS also extends to its technical prowess, as it boasts some of the most advanced engineering, resources, and personnel in the sport. As a result, HMS often pushes NASCAR's rulebook to the limits, sometimes challenging regulations in ways that spark controversy. When penalties come down against competitors, as in Bell's case, critics argue that NASCAR's leniency towards HMS skews the competition. This perception is heightened by NASCAR's often swift and less severe response to technical infractions by HMS, such as when penalties are overturned or softened. In addition, HMS has a history of attracting NASCAR's attention and support when it pioneers initiatives or technologies. The team's role in introducing the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 into NASCAR's lineup, for instance, marked a major step in NASCAR's push for manufacturer involvement and appeal. When NASCAR aligns its branding with HMS's agenda, it can sometimes look like preferential treatment. Fans also recognize the significant media attention and marketing that HMS drivers receive, from their frequent spots in NASCAR's promotional materials to their visible roles in events and advertisements. NASCAR's marketing choices signal to many that they're positioning HMS as central to their brand narrative, casting the team and its drivers as NASCAR's premier representatives. When Byron made it to the Championship 4 after Bell's penalty, it reinforced these sentiments, as NASCAR has much to gain from having a high-profile HMS driver in the title chase. While NASCAR officials maintain that rules are enforced fairly across all teams, the impression of favoring HMS remains strong, especially when high-stakes penalties or rulings play into HMS's favor. Whether intentional or not, this dynamic keeps fans debating, bolstering NASCAR's visibility, and indirectly, HMS's status as the sport's flagship team. With William Byron making the playoffs, it means that Joe Gibbs Racing will be missing from this year's Championship 4, and a significant shift in NASCAR's competitive landscape becomes clear. JGR, one of NASCAR's most accomplished and storied teams, has long been a staple in the playoff rounds, often dominating the final stage. But as JGR sits out the Championship 4, NASCAR leans towards Hendrick Motorsports, a move that aligns with the organization's broader appeal strategy and the sport's business interests. JGR's success in NASCAR is unmatched in recent years, with drivers like Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, and Martin Truex Jr. consistently contending for titles. The team's calculated, almost mechanical approach to racing has earned it respect and results, but it also brings a certain level of predictability. NASCAR, ever focused on growth and excitement, could see more benefit in pushing younger, emerging stars that embody a new narrative, one that appeals to newer fans while holding on to longtime NASCAR enthusiasts. Without a JGR driver in the Championship 4, NASCAR shifts the focus to a storyline featuring fresh faces and new possibilities. Hendrick Motorsports holds a unique place in NASCAR's history, not just for its accomplishments, but for its cultural impact. With star drivers like Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon in its history, HMS has built an enduring legacy with a fan base that spans generations. Today, drivers like Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, and William Byron bring star power and appeal that resonates broadly across different demographics. By elevating HMS's visibility in the Championship 4, NASCAR connects with both hardcore fans and casual viewers who recognize the team's brand, adding layers to the sport's appeal. HMS's presence in the finals aligns with NASCAR's current push for younger audiences and brand visibility. With a recognizable name like Hendrick and a lineup that includes drivers popular on social media and beyond, NASCAR is better positioned to market the Championship 4 to a wider, younger audience. This visibility directly supports sponsors, broadcasters, and merchandise sales, all essential revenue streams for NASCAR. In contrast, JGR, while successful, operates with a less mainstream-friendly brand image, focusing more on tradition and seasoned fan bases than on fresh, emerging personalities. With William Byron in the final round, NASCAR gains a redemption narrative that appeals broadly. Byron's season had ups and downs, and his place in the Championship 4 offers a chance to frame the story of resilience, especially coming from a team like HMS, which embodies excellence and comeback potential. This narrative resonates with fans and supports NASCAR's positioning as a sport of passion, grit, and determination. Toyota, which relies on JGR as its premier team, loses valuable representation without a driver in the Championship 4. This absence could push Toyota to double down on its partnerships with emerging teams like 23XI Racing. For JGR, watching the Championship 4 without a car in the final round will add urgency to their 2025 campaign, likely leading to an intensified off-season of planning and strategy development. Missing out on the spotlight may serve as a wake-up call, emphasizing that, for all its dominance, no team is guaranteed a place in the finals. As NASCAR continues to evolve, the sport appears focused on narratives, growth potential, and brand visibility. HMS, with its young stars and dynamic, fan-friendly drivers, aligns with the story NASCAR wants to tell. JGR, while still a powerhouse, represents an older chapter in NASCAR's history, one where consistency and traditionalism define success. By favoring HMS, NASCAR signals its commitment to a new era, one where excitement, rivalry, and broad appeal drive the sport forward. In this pivotal Championship 4, NASCAR is betting on HMS to keep fans engaged and attract a wider audience, while signaling that the competition is as open as ever. JGR's absence reminds everyone that in NASCAR's new landscape, even the most successful teams need to innovate to keep pace with the sport's shifting priorities and fan expectations.